Hi there, this is Shane Clausing, and this is my demo tape for 2026. In here you will find some stand-ups, some features, some new content, and also some of my previous content when I worked with CKOM and CJME back in Saskatchewan over the last 3.5 years. I hope you enjoy it and talk soon.
I'm not able to take that out from my brain.
Niharika Srikumar is demanding answers just days after her husband Prashant died in the emergency room at the Grey Nuns Hospital last Monday.
It was just a friction of second that I must have just turned. He stood up and he said in Hindi, he said, Niharika, mujhe chakkar aa rahe hain, which means that Niharika, I'm dizzy. And Papa held him from one side. I tried to hold him from the other side just to, which we did. And this is how he fell on the floor.
Prashant was experiencing chest pain when he was taken to the emergency room. Niharika says he died from an apparent cardiac arrest after waiting nearly 8 hours to see a doctor in the ER.
I tried. I said, Prashant, wake up, Prashant. And then this nurse, then all of a sudden everybody came. He said, oh, I need help. He has no pulse. They put hand here. They said he has no pulse.
Alberta's Minister of Hospital and Surgical Health Services, Matt Jones, said today that he has directed Acute Care Alberta and Covenant Health to jointly review the circumstances and factors leading to the death of Prashant at the Grey Nuns Hospital last Monday. Acute Care Alberta says it will participate in the review and implement any recommendations. It said the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner has also started its own investigation into the matter. As for Premier Danielle Smith, she says she sends her deepest condolences to the family, but has not commented to the media on the matter.
I don't know how I'm going to financially sustain my family. I don't know how I'm going to emotionally sustain my family. Nobody, nothing can ever replace Prashant in our lives, in our hearts. But that has caused a lifetime damage. I was enjoying my life. Now I'm going to just live every day, hoping that it would pass. He was not only my husband, he was my only friend in this country.
In Edmonton, Shane Clausing, Global News. The fire department tells me that a mechanical malfunction inside the sauna is what led to the fire starting at Hardesty Pool just after 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. The rec center was super busy at the time with over 30 people inside who had to get out of the pool, and some were still in their swim trunks and couldn't collect their belongings in time and had to rush out as the fire continued to rage on and crews rushed to put it out. Thankfully, nobody was hurt during the blaze, and fire crews mentioned to me that it took them a matter of minutes to put it out and prevent it from spreading even further. The fire does come at a bad time, though, for people here in the area and community with Christmas right around the corner. I spoke with some of the staff at the pool today, and they tell me that they were supposed to be very busy over the holiday season with various programs, swimming lessons, and other activities happening here for the community. Now, the city tells me that the pool is going to be closed until at least the new year, as it'll have to undergo extensive repairs. When those repairs could be done, we do not know. The city just said the pool will be closed for the foreseeable future and that they are going to work with other city staff members to get the staff here at this pool back working at other pools throughout the city. At Hardesty Pool, Shane Clausing, Global News. Connor Ingram admits he didn't know if he'll get to don an NHL jersey again.
There's a lot of days I didn't think it'd ever happen again.
The newly recalled 28-year-old Oilers netminder spent part of last season in the NHL's Player Assistance Program after his mother passed away earlier in the year. The Players Assistance Program was created by the NHL and NHLPA to provide support for their players and families who might be facing mental health issues or other personal challenges, with hope that one day they'll be able to return to the game. This was the second time Ingram entered the program. The first came in 2021 when he left the Arizona Coyotes to deal with substance abuse issues. Ingram was cleared from the program in August and a month later traded to the Oilers, where he was sent down to Bakersfield to rediscover his game, a process he says wasn't easy.
Obviously, I didn't get to go to camp, so that was a huge setback. I think I was in Utah when that happened, so I took 2 weeks without touching the ice, and that's hard to come back from right before the season.
Ingram struggled in Bakersfield and had one of the worst save percentages in the entire American Hockey League. But when newly acquired Oilers goalie Tristan Jarry was injured against Boston last week, the Oilers had no choice but to give Ingram the call. Nobody knows how long Ingram will be on the Oilers roster for or what the next step in his career will be. He just knows that wherever he'll go, he's got people by his side.
If you surround yourself in life with good people, when you need them, they're going to be there. And I think when you go through struggles, you find out who the people that really are around, and those are the people you want to keep around.
Shane Clausing, Global News, Edmonton.
980 CJME had live breaking coverage for you yesterday. From the moment we learned from police they had arrested him right through until after RCMP gave us a news conference late last night. 980 CJME's Shane Clausing starts us off with our comprehensive team coverage. He was at RCMP headquarters for us.
At 2:07 p.m., Waka RCMP received a 911 report of a break-and-enter in progress in Waka's detachment area.
Assistant Commissioner Rhonda Blackmore says that call to 911 caused police to find Miles Sanderson for the first time since Sunday's rampage. The chase was then on. The truck traveled south on Highway 11 and was then forced into a ditch.
Police officers surrounded the vehicle and through verbal identification confirmed the identity of the driver to be Miles Sanderson.
He went into medical distress following the arrest and died shortly after. A timeline of events is still being pieced together. While investigators collect that information, Blackmore says they may never know what caused Miles to commit these crimes.
His motivation may at this time and forever only be known to Miles.
At the RCMP headquarters in Regina, Shane Clausing, 980 CJME. The arena in Lang brings a sense of pride to the community of under 200 people.
For me, when we moved into town from the farm in 1966, that was like moving into heaven for me because I was here the whole time. And
that's Ray Beck, who grew up playing in the 95-year-old barn. It was built in 1928 and opened on New Year's Day in 1929. He's part of 4 generations who played on what can be described as hockey's unknown cathedral.
My dad was 15 years old and he came in here to the official opening on January 1st, 1929. So our family's been in here every year since, without a doubt. There's been members of the Beck family in here, and myself personally, I grew up here. The winters were spent here because we didn't have anything else.
His story is the same as others in the community. Walking around the arena, it was clear this was an old barn.
So these beams here, they come in on the train in the late 20s, and then down here they've been rebuilt with metal, so they're really solid. But just tap those beams and you can tell what kind of lumber went into them. And look at the rafters, how they must have built them on the ground and then lifted them up somehow. I don't know how they would have got them up there in 28.
The rink commands your attention at all times for players.
If you got in a fight, you didn't get kicked out of the game. You got 5 minutes to cool down.
You got to sit with the guy.
Well, you got to sit with the guy you just been in a fight with.
And it was the same for fans behind the net.
This would have been upgraded during the senior years. This used to actually have chicken wire over top of natural, like real glass.
Inside, it was cold, even for regulars.
One of the caretakers one time said he had to come in here and light the furnace. That was a long time ago. It's so cold in the rink, he had to go outside and warm his toes, and it was 30 below.
The rink was home to the Notre Dame Hounds and a senior hockey team called the Lang Knights. While it was cold some nights, fans braved the elements. When the Knights were in the playoffs, the house was jammed, according to Mike Sipe.
We were sitting on top of the dressing rooms like there was no room.
The dressing rooms were surprisingly spacious after some upgrades, and names were engraved in the wall for memory's sake. The ice is good because of the cold and old-school Zamboni they use.
Rags attached to the front, and you just drag it around till you run out of water, refill, and finish off the flood.
I was eventually allowed to skate on the ice and walk down those famous stairs. I can say when I got on the ice, it was one of the best sheets I've ever skated on.
This ice is great.
While the rink has gotten all this attention, Beck and Sipe say they are okay with it.
I'd love to see a little bit more action here. It's just, I hate to see it sitting dormant.
In Lang, Shane Clausing, 980 CJME.
Help us understand what unfolded yesterday at Evan Hardy.
Yeah, so what police tell us is basically it sounds like from what they're hearing is a 14-year-old girl lit a 15-year-old on fire. That 15-year-old that was apparently lit on fire was sent to hospital with serious injuries. We don't have any idea on how she is doing this morning at this time, just other than she has serious injuries. The 14-year-old was immediately taken into custody. There was actually a school resource officer already there responding to another call, which police are saying that was huge in terms of preventing this situation from becoming a lot worse. There was also a teacher sent to hospital who was trying to help put out the fire and kind of get the situation under control. We don't know his condition at this time. So very chaotic, very scary moments at this school. And I guess it led to quite a bit of confusion amongst students who were kind of in class, I assume just getting ready for their next block.
Do we know where this happened in the school, Shane?
Yeah, so it sounds like it was in the library, and details about that are very little to come by, but it was in the library, and I would assume classes might have been back in session. I was talking with some kids outside. Some were saying they were on spares. Others were saying like it wasn't lunchtime anymore, it was class time. So something was happening in the library where someone confronted someone, and it sounds like that was where everything happened.
All right, so Rylan, welcome back. I guess how does it feel to be home and have a bronze medal around your neck?
Pretty cool to be home, and even cooler to be home with a little bit of hardware to show for the Olympics this year.
Were you guys nervous when you were on the diving board, or?
Yeah, I think I was more nervous for individual actually. For synchro, I was fairly nervous, but individually, it felt like I was gonna throw up a couple times before walking out the towers, and then once you get up there, it's like there's only one way to go, and that's off the board. So there's no second guessing. You just go, and because I have the reps under my belt, so I just went and let my body know what to do what it knows how to do. So I knew it was fairly close going to the last round, and I knew that it was possible for the Mexicans and the Ukrainians to potentially pass us, but at the same time, I had a good feeling about it. I don't even remember what happened, but there's photos of me and Nathan just jumping up and down and just going absolutely insane together. So it's something that I'll never remember, but when I look back on, I'll never forget.